You don't have to know how it ends. You just have to begin. Do it messy. Start as a C student. Let your heart be louder than your fear. Welcome to A Beautiful Fix. I'm Tracy Hill. Each week we'll dive into the latest thought gem, recharging and reconnecting with what lights you up and makes you feel alive. Let's discover your next beautiful fix together. Hey, real quick before we dive in, you're powerful. And sometimes you just need someone to remind you what's already in you. That's what human design does. It's the difference between guessing and knowing. So you can stop searching outside yourself and start trusting the answers within. I promise you they're there. Grab your free chart at abeautifulfix.com, and when you're ready to go deeper, book a one-to-one session with me. All right, let's get into the episode. Okay, before we get into today's episode, a couple of disclaimers. I just need to say, you might hear the purring of a cat. It is Jade. She loves to climb into my lap the moment I start recording. You know what? I'm letting it be. And this episode is kind of talking a little bit about love. So what is more, what says love more than the sound of a cat purring? But anyway, I originally planned for this to be a quick solo, just sharing a few lessons that I've learned in my first year of podcasting because, yep, A Beautiful Fix, the podcast, just turned 1. January 29th was the anniversary of my very first episode. But then I realized what month it is. It's February. It's the love month, right? Valentine's Day is right in the middle of it. And whether you're single or in a relationship, there's this pressure, right? Like, do we have big plans? Do we get the flowers? Are we doing the thing? I've been in a beautiful relationship since I was 16 years old. My husband and I will celebrate our 30-year anniversary this October. And I still don't love Valentine's Day. I don't love forced affection or forced obligation. I appreciate the gestures. It's always wonderful to receive a box of candy. But I've always felt like this holiday was just built to sell cards and candy, right? It's a made-up holiday. I think Hallmark created this holiday. It just creates this expectation that can feel heavy or lonely or just kind of performative. And then when someone's not coupled and they're single, it can make them feel lonely or I don't know. Just don't have love for it. What really gets me is when my husband shows up and brings home like a cookie. He was out getting his coffee and he looked over and saw some pastry and knew that his wife that has the biggest sweet tooth ever would just love it. That means more to me than anything. Like, I was just out and saw this and thought of you. It's like a random Thursday. That to me is everything. So this year we're flipping it. We're bringing selfish back. Yeah, we're choosing ourselves, right? We've talked about this. We're flirting with the woman in the mirror. We're buying ourselves flowers, right? Miley Cyrus, she was onto something. We're deepening our relationship with the one person who will be with us forever. That's us. It's why I never took down the Love Yourself First banner that I put on my website. I think it's been a couple years now. Because I believe it fully. I put that banner up the month of February. I'm pretty sure it was 2 years ago. Because that was the message that I wanted women to hear. Love yourself first. So here we are, February, and I want to talk about what it means to choose you. What it means to bet on yourself, what it means to start something before you're ready, and how that one choice can change everything. Let me take you back a year. About a year ago, I had a mic. In fact, I don't even think I had a mic. I had a vision, but I had no real clue what I was doing. So much fear. there was just so much fear in me that I was going to once again take a class or a course on something. I love doing that. I love learning. I love highlighting. I'm like the perfect student. But taking the action, doing the thing that I signed up for, I didn't know. I didn't know if I could do it. But something in me just said, this time we're going. We're doing it. And last week on that 1-year anniversary of launching the podcast, A Beautiful Fix, actually, I think it was the day after, I woke up and saw that the podcast had officially crossed into the top 3% globally. I hadn't even gotten out of bed yet. I know, no phones in bed, don't look at your phone first thing, got it. But there I was, phone in hand, just staring at the screen like, wait, is this real? Now this rating is through a third party, and there's some debate over how accurate that rating is. But here's the thing. Every single podcast in the world is rated on the same scale. So no matter how you look at it, I'm doing something right. But anyway, getting back to that morning, I let myself pause, took a breath, and then I actually just celebrated that moment, because if I had let that fear win a year ago, if I'd waited until I was more ready, until I knew everything about podcasting, until I had all my guests lined up, until someone handed me a mic and said, hey, do you want to be a podcaster? Until I had it all just perfect, none of this would have happened. I wouldn't have met the incredible women I interviewed. I wouldn't have had the conversations that truly shifted me, and I hope that they shifted something in you. And as an introvert, I wouldn't have connected with any of these people without the podcast. I made mistakes. I made mistakes. I called someone, I mispronounced her name through half of the episode. Hello, Shani. I will never forget how to pronounce Shani's name ever again. And it was one of my most popular episodes. I had audio just completely be non-existent. In an episode that I put out, the intro was there, and then just silence for like an hour. And then the outro was there. I wouldn't have even known. I don't always listen to my episodes right away, if ever. You just move on to the next, until someone DM'd me and said, Trace, I'd love to listen to this episode, but there's no sound. I just recently released one where you could hear me say, can you hear me? Okay, you know what? I'll just edit this out. And I never did. Nope, completely forgot about it. You record these things, you move on. I did catch that one. It had been out for a couple of hours, and I was able to replace the audio. But that's what I'm trying to say, is just do it messy. Just do it. You're going to make mistakes. That's called living. I always tell my line 3s in human design, there's no failure. You're either winning or you're learning. You learn by doing it. And in doing all of these things, I proved to myself once again that the best things in life really are on the other side of doing something outside your comfort zone. Every time. So if you have a thing calling to you, you know the one. You know the one. It's that nudge. It's that voice. It's that feeling in your heart. It won't stop. Maybe it's, in the pages of a journal somewhere. Maybe it's in the shower. I don't know what it is about the shower. Maybe it's when you're commuting to work. You're stopped at a stop sign. You're on a train. But it keeps coming back. It keeps tugging at you. No matter how much you try to look the other way, silence it, get busy doing something else, it doesn't stop, and it won't. Your heart is expansive, always. It's going to keep wanting that thing for you that's right for you. It's your mind that tells you, nope, let's not do this. Let's just stay safe. You don't have to know how it ends. You just have to begin. Do it messy. Start as a C student. Let your heart be louder than your fear. And if you're looking for a way to go deeper in your self-knowing and your self-honoring this month, you already know how I feel about human design. It's not the only way, but wow, it can be a powerful one. Knowing your energetic blueprint, understanding how you're built to operate, love, rest, lead, it's a game changer. Especially when you're learning how to trust yourself again. Just having the language behind what you probably already know about yourself is powerful. And a fun little human design fact, in human design, I'm considered the vessel of love, which probably explains why I'm so obsessed with helping women fall wildly in love with themselves. Learning that I was the vessel of love didn't make a whole lot of sense. It just didn't ring true to me. It's basically saying that, love of your body, love of humanity, love of spirit, just universal love, just love, love, love. I did not identify it. But you know what? When I sat back and thought about it, that's something I've always kind of struggled with. Always. And so I realized, well, that is why it is mine. I am here to learn to do these things and to certainly help other women do it for themselves. And by the way, for my local listeners, I'm going to be at Sisterhood Social's event, Pour Back, a self-love and creative hangout in Michigan City on February 22nd from 11 to 2 Central. So it's first come, first serve. I'll be offering complimentary human design sessions up to 10 minutes. And this is going to be another first for me. So come out. Let me love on you for a little bit. And you can also enjoy all of the other activities that they have planned. I'll include a link in the show notes. Should be fun. And I'm also going to be a special guest at my beautiful friend Kenya's retreat this summer, where I will be spending a full day during her weekend retreat, just empowering women to honor themselves through learning about their human design. The retreat's called Worthy by Design. It's going to be human design and sound healing. Oh, it's going to be fabulous. And it's going to be on July 24th through the 26th. The location is still to be determined, but it will be in Northwest Indiana. And I'll also include a link to that retreat in my show notes. And I'm going to try to get this information up on my website soon. But you can also email me at tracy@abeautifulfix.com if you'd like more information, or DM me on Instagram @abeautifulfix. Just reach out to me if you would like additional information. And yeah, that should be really, really fun. Come join us. So until then, or if I don't get a chance to love on you on that day, just go love on yourself this month, loudly, gorgeously, selfishly. You deserve it. And I'll be right here cheering you on. And until next time, keep getting high on life, one beautiful fix at a time. Thanks for listening to A Beautiful Fix. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe and leave a quick review to help others find us. And if you'd like to share your own beautiful fix or join me as a guest, reach out anytime at tracy@abeautifulfix.com. Looking forward to next time.